You saw the title, you know what this mod adds, so let's just get straight to it. How do you get evolved Godzilla in your world? Now you may be noticing, I am in a ancient city right now. I'm in an ancient city right now, and the main reason that I'm in an ancient city is because you actually have to find some loot down here to summon Godzilla, who I'm going to stop calling Godzilla because technically, due to this being Minecraft and copyright and all that, it has a different name. It's actually called Dagonzilla in this mod. Well, after traveling around the ancient city for a while, I actually didn't find any. There's a chance that they might be bugged and that they just don't spawn. They're intended to be the same spawning rate as the disc fragments for 5. But I have them right here. In case you're curious, that is the difference in texture. It's a different shade of blue. Anyways, very similarly to how if you had all the disc fragments for 5, you would make that disc. You just take the 9 of them and you make Titan's Call, which is based off of the orca from the King of the Monsters movie. Now, I think it's pretty obvious what happens next. Oh, that was so cool. Now, probably the most unique feature, which is compatible with Alex's cave, since obviously it's in some ways inspired by Alex's cave. We're going to give them a moment to start shooting at each other. Beam clashing. So, the way this works is, I'm assuming that Thermonuclear had less health, probably because Dagon started shooting first. Whoever has the lower health of the two loses the clash. If they have the same amount of health, then it ends in a stalemate. But yeah, it's like a really cool feature. I guess we can just watch them fight. The attacks are very similar. Dagon has all of Trevor's attacks plus 1, which is the charge. Also, before you ask, no, he is not tameable. I've had to tell people this multiple times. Ben, the creator of this mod, has had to tell people this multiple times. Pretty much everybody who's been following this mod for any amount of time has had to tell people this multiple times. Dagonzilla will never be tameable. However, I think it is planned that there will be a way to control it in creative mode, but in survival, it will never be tameable. You can fight alongside it. It kind of works like an ally, but it's not going to be your pet. Now let's look at some of the other features that Dagonzilla has been given. For example, other than just the beam clashing with Thermonuclear, this thing is designed to be highly compatible with Alex's caves. One big one being if you blow it up with a nuke. This here is Thermonuclear Dagonzilla. Unlike in the movies, he's green, and he has a special attack. You may be noticing that he's getting slightly less green as time goes on. That is because he only has 3 charges. He's done it twice. And if he does it again, then he's no longer going to be green at all. boom, now he's gray again. Also, another fun thing about his thermonuclear version is that you get the irradiated effect when you're near it. This only works if you also have Alex's K's installed, which I haven't tried it without, but I'm pretty sure that you can use this mod without Alex's K's. It advertises itself as an add-on for Alex's K's, but it's also designed so it can be a standalone mod. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, you might remember that I mentioned something about an evolved Godzilla. It's not currently obtainable in survival, but there is an evolved version of Dagonzilla. If you want to summon it using the Orca, you can do this. If I use that command and I summon him, he will summon as the evolved version. Take a second to admire how beautiful this egg is. Now, obviously, evolved Dagonzilla. He's a little, I believe he's a little bit larger. Yeah, he's a little bit larger, and he's a good bit stronger than normal Dagonzilla. Now, in a battle against Thermonuclear, normal Dagonzilla tends to lose because Thermonuclear is actually slightly stronger. But let's see how he fares against evolved Dagonzilla. Holy crap. W cameraman. That looks really funny. Now, something else you may have noticed when evolved Dagonzilla was fighting were these pink fire particles. This effect is called overload. And when it wears off, I'm going to explode. Now, as you could probably imagine, if I were in survival mode, that would really hurt. Actually, I'm gonna see. Now you're taking some slight damage. That actually was not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. It is a lot worse whenever you're getting attacked by the big man, by Big D, as we like to call him. Now, there is technically one more feature that I can think of in this mod. It's called Titan 01. This was kind of like a test implementation of Dagonzilla. And yeah, this is originally what he looked like. He definitely got an upgrade. Anyways, this mob does absolutely nothing. This is like a debug feature. This is literally not even a debug feature. This is just leftover development stuff. I'm not entirely sure why it's a separate mob, considering the finished version of this mob is in the mod. But hey, I mean, if you want to stare at what the old design is going to look like, there's Thermonuclear but blue. Oh, wait, he can't? I didn't think he could fight. What? Well, I was wrong. Titan 01 can fight. He's not doing very well at it, but he can fight. That'd be perfect for me to show you one last attack that he has. When evolved Dagonzilla is on low health, he does that attack, the nuclear pulse. I am now overloaded. I almost completely forgot to show this, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he was at he was insanely low health. I started him off really low, although then again, Titan 01 doesn't really do anything. Also, bro, check out the sword. This is from Lethality. The sword is sick, bro. Look what it does. I can mow down evolved Godzilla with this. Anyways, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. Now for the fighting.